All right, the new sector's out. I just spent a couple hours testing a couple different teams. I've tried DIANE, Daisy, MELI, and King. All of these people can clear it within 3 stars pretty easily. My best time right now is actually with King, 23. If I had to rank them, I think King is the easiest. DIANE would be second, then MELI, then Daisy. Daisy was so atrocious with her Q. She like hit over the boss like 5 times in a row. So I kind of just gave up on her. I'm really bad on Daisy as well, but if you're good with Daisy, you should have no issue clearing this. For all of these units, the raid set, the 7 set is actually the best. MELI, it's debatable. You can use the mix set or the raid set. The reason we're using the raid set is because right here, their defense shatter is boosted by 20% and their pierce and attack. Since their defense shatter is boosted, it actually makes the raid set very viable because we get the percentage over their defense shatter resistance. This is mainly why DIANE and King feel so good in this sector. Eskimo is P4, I'm not even going to bother using him. Somebody else will showcase him for sure. For this run, we will not be using the Dark Chaos Earring because it just doesn't make sense to. We're not going to kill him within 3 E's, so usually it's better to not drain your burst gauge so fast. You get more damage overall from just using this set right now. Everyone should know my melee by now. The rolls are almost perfect on everything. But my whole life into this guy, I'm just going to quickly show it. The team is Liz, Hauser, and Daisy. These are my outfit levels and my rolls. This is on Daisy just for fun. I think it adds a little bit of damage, just cursing him with a tag attack. Sometimes I don't even proc this because my tag gauge isn't full, but we'll see how it goes. My Liz is on full defense because she is P10. If she's P5, P6, she should be fine. Probably works at P4 as well. You're just losing a lot of damage, but I think I almost have 2 minutes left compared to my best time. Yeah, so I have a 43-second melee and you have 2 minutes and 30, so you literally almost have 2 entire minutes of extra time. So I don't worry too much about that damage loss. Alright, one last time. This is the team. I'm going to do one live run with the mix set here. We're going to be eating our food. This is basically just a check for, do you have Elizabeth? Yes or no. You will be passively dying in this arena the entire time you're fighting, and Liz passively heals you the entire time you're fighting, so they pretty much neutralize each other. He does give you a massive 75% magic decrease. I will show right here. So it is very hard to cycle your combo ults, but we're still going to be using combo ults. Because it's just a massive damage loss trying to burst with like Liz or something. Losing Holy Liz is just way, way too impactful. Alright, so we're just going to do one live run here with the mixed armor set. I'm going to do my pretty typical rotation where I try to just get my combo as fast as possible while doing all of my debuffs. If you're not sure on the most efficient rotations, you can just copy literally exactly what I'm doing. Only thing that would be different is you probably don't have 4 Daisy turrets if she's not P7. So we're just going to first strike, put all our turrets down, do this, come over to Hauser, tag on Liz, tag on Melee, combo all. We're going to do our damage. Pray he doesn't move or knock us over. Okay. Gonna make our magic. He's gonna ult. He does this every time he goes under half health. Alright, well, he's dead here. Saw that move, he killed himself. We're gonna stun him, fall back to melee, and kill him. Obviously, a lot of people are going to do much less damage than me, but that is basically exactly what you want to do. We're going to move on to DIANE. Now, DIANE is definitely on the raid set because she's boosted by this sector in particular. So make sure you're using the 7-set raid. Make sure you have a Black Flame Axe. Mine is Limit Break 1. This is the worst build you're ever going to see from me, I promise you this. My roll is actually good. You want special attack, you want earth damage, you want crit damage, and earth attack. This is a 3 out of 4, but this isn't really the right 3 out of 4. You want crit damage, special attack, earth damage, of course. Your weapons are just anything that has the highest attack with equipment attack. There's absolutely no reason for me to have a maxed out gauntlet or nunchuck SSR, so I just don't, which is perfectly fine. Armor rolls are absolutely useless. You want special attack, crit damage, even an attack percent here. Outfit is level 1, also terrible. Like, almost everything is terrible here except my enchant. She literally has no investment in her, and my raid ring, 152, wind attack, absolutely terrible. Now, she is going to get hard carried by my P10 Liz. I want to make that absolutely clear. But if you built her properly, and if you have a higher potential than me, like her P10 is absolutely insane. P9's whatever. If you do have her P10, you want to be mindful of like defense sub rolls, I guess. So you'd probably want to run like a defense raid necklace if you have one. And then you want to use your highest quality top and your highest quality boots if she's P10. But she's not, so I believe P5 is her absolute minimum here because you get reaction immunity and then your charge time is quicker on your special attack. Oh, and I just realized that her armor is +2. Why did nobody tell me that? Alright, I believe I showed everything I need to. Team is going to be the exact same. I'm always going to be using Daisy, Hauser, and Elizabeth. You could replace Hauser with Elaine, but Elaine needs to be like P5. Ideally, you'd want her at P7. Yep, literally nothing has changed. We just changed our DPS. Alright, I've actually only used DIANE for like 2 hours maximum, like in my entire life. So, I'm just going to do what I've been taught. We're going to use the E right before the combo, then we're just going to hold and spam Qs. We're going to do the exact same melee rotation that I always do. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's go. I fail every single jump possible. Gonna get the E out, combo. We need to land the burst. We're gonna hold our Qs. With my setup, we usually hit for like 1,000,000 here. And he's gone. Alright, that was about half of his health with one rotation. That was actually a really bad rotation, though. We're gonna get our healing up. Combo ult. Hold our Q. Do our damage. And he's dead. As you can see, very simple with DIANE. You're just holding Q and killing him. My build is terrible. We had 1:30 left. Could have done that like 10 seconds quicker. But hopefully I got the point across with that video. If your Liz is not P10, I believe you'd be doing like 700,000. Honestly, if your DM was actually built better than mine, like if the weapon was limit broken and the armor wasn't useless, like mine is, you could honestly do the same damage I am even without a P10 Elizabeth. Now let's move on to King. My best time is actually with King. I probably won't be able to get this time again at the moment because it was pretty RNG. But I'm going to show you exactly what you do with him. First things first, the most important part about King. You can cancel his E entirely. So if I push E and Q, his E completely gets wasted. You have to wait for the animation to play out fully, or you have to use Q first and then E. But usually you just wait about a second and then push your Q, so we're going to E and then Q. And it actually works that time. Yeah, this will significantly hurt your damage if you don't pay attention to this, so every time you use E, wait like 1.5 seconds. We're just going to take the exact same armor that was on DIANE, move it over to King. Now my King, I actually did build him for Furs and Mines back in the day, so he is decent. The roll is like 2 out of 4, crit damage and normal skill. These are some of the most important rolls. King has a lot of viable options. You can have holy damage, normal skill damage, special attack, and crit damage. Those are all very good rolls to have. Holy attack would be like the 5th good roll, so it shouldn't be too hard to get something decent on King. This is a staff I was using for Merlin. I actually just swapped it over to King and then re-rolled it. We're using Merlin's book with equipment attack because I just don't care about ice, to be honest. It is limit break 7 though. And this is Merlin's wand. I just took it from her, but also limit break 7. I mean, these are literally all from Merlin, so if you built Merlin, just go ahead and swap it over to King for this. King is P10, I'm not gonna lie, about 9 of these were free to play. This guy's played my account, him and Drake. I mean, like, look at my other units. P6, P5, P6. Like, I'm not a super whale at the game, I just only P10 the most absolute meta characters. Like, look at my Clotho. Clotho's P5. Escanor, P4. King and Drake have literally been my SSR almost every single time. Anyways, his armor, it is level 3. This is actually helpful. I would at least get it to level 2 if possible, if this is what you're going to be using. Let me explain this first. DIANE is number 1 for this sector if you're going for leaderboards, but her build needs to actually be good, and she needs to at least P7. Second, I would say it's either King or Daisy. I haven't seen anyone do anything good with Daisy at the moment. Outside of my guildmate, he does have... Yeah, my guildmate has a 35-second with DPS Daisy. And he is actually really good with DPS Daisy, so I just don't think she's the one for this sector, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to exclude her entirely. Anyways, let's get into the run with King. This is the team. We're going to eat our food, of course, and we're literally going to do the exact same thing that we've done twice already. Nothing is changing because it works, so we're not going to mess with it. The only difference with King is we just have to be mindful to not animation cancel our E. So let's go. We are going to use our Q before we combo ult. We're going to hope that the combo ult hits him. We're going to throw out our E. You'll see that it does quite a bit of damage. We'll throw out our Q. I am playing absolutely terrible right now. But we'll just do that rotation one more time. We're going to stun him here. Throw out our Q. Throw out our combo ult. We don't even have the raid set fully procced yet. But this should come close to killing him. Yep. Alright, and there you go. 54 seconds. I will throw up my personal best in this video with King. It is a 23-second King clear. As you can see from that video, I did a couple things differently. And I just happened to do more damage, less blocks, more crits. All of my buffs were up. You get the idea. And there's still quite a bit of work left to do on my King. Like, my roll is only 2 out of 4, like I mentioned earlier. We really want holy damage here. It adds so much. We want normal skill, crit damage, holy damage. Outfit is just a low roll crit damage. Obviously, could be much better. Crit damage is King's most important role, though. Crit damage and holy damage. Because if you think about it, it basically has 2x value. Both of his skills do really good damage. But if you get normal skill, it only helps the normal skill. And if you get crit damage, it obviously helps both of these skills. There is a world where you just sit here and spam ults, but first of all, that's locked to P9 and P10. As you can see from my runs, the P9 and 10 have absolutely no play at all. But his P4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 all help his skills to do more damage. I think he has some of the most stacked potentials in the game because they all have like a actual applicable use instantly. Yeah, I think that's it. I haven't really grinded this sector too hard. I am going to work on a DIANE and see what I can get going with her. Yeah, I'm not too sure though. My DIANE needs a lot of investment and she has to be P10 to compete in the leaderboards. At least that I know of. P7 is like also a good stopping point. Yeah, like you guys saw, my DIANE is absolutely terribly built, so it's going to take a lot of work to compete in this one. I might just skip it. Who knows? We'll see how I feel about it. Purely based on my scissors, to be honest with you. You know what, let's make my scissors for the week and just roll them. So, I'm basically just looking for a level 2. It doesn't really help her that much, as you can see. So you have to do 4 hits of her Q to max out her earth damage stacks. So that's about 2 full Qs to max out this, and it only lasts for 10 seconds. It is decently useful. It goes from 24% to 32. But let's just get a level 2 here first try, and then call it a day. Level 3 maybe. Nope. Okay, classic. One more? I'm willing to use 3. Okay, please. Alright. We'll do more. Screw it, we'll do more. Wow. Yeah, I think DIANE hates me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, level 2. If I get the ones I crafted, that puts me back at 10 scissors. My savings are kind of running low. This used to be 24 scissors, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's fine. I'll end up getting more scissors. It's not really a big deal. That should be it for this video. There's a lot of team versatility here. You can use King, you can use Daisy, you can use Diane, you can use MELI. You can probably use Holy Escanor if you wanted to. You could use Sword and Shield Escanor. You have a lot of options with this sector. So I do think 99% of players should be able to 3-star this one. If you literally are brand new to the game, like less than a week of playtime, you shouldn't really expect to be able to clear this sort of stuff, but I think within a couple weeks you'll definitely be capable of it. I'm pretty sure this is the last video I'm going to make until the new updates come out for the knighthood stuff. Very excited for that. We've been preparing to try to be rank 1. Quick little shout out, we are on NA East. Name is Epic. If you are a high ranking player, shoot me a DM on Discord. My Discord is always linked in my video description. My name in my server is Zach. It shouldn't be hard to find me. But yeah, that's it for the video. Peace.